Carolina Walicki here, licensed real estate agent in New York City. Today I want to talk to you about sponsor units. What are sponsor units? Sponsor units are units that have not traded before. They can be either in condos or in co-ops. What does purchasing a sponsor unit entail? In the case of a co-op, it actually entails a lot less paperwork, a lot less requirements, and no board interview. Let me backtrack a little bit. If you're not familiarized with purchasing a co-op in New York, you need to be approved by the board of the co-op. And this includes submitting all of your paperwork, meaning displaying all of your financials. This is actually true in both condos and co-ops. You have to be able to display all of your financials, submit a purchase application, which is pretty thorough. Most often it includes recommendation letters from employers, from friends, from neighbors, from previous landlords. And then once you submit all of this application, you're usually invited to interview with the co-op. When you purchase a sponsor unit, you bypass all of these and you do not have to have a board interview, and you do not have to show all of these documents and all of this financial information. Therefore, some people would prefer to purchase a sponsor unit. Now, trade-off of that is that sponsor units tend to be a little bit higher priced than regular units. The good side is that they can also transact faster, meaning because you're skipping all of that application process and all of the interview process, you can usually purchase faster. In the case of a condo, what it usually means to purchase from the sponsor is that you have a higher closing costs. That is actually also true of a co-op. So instead of having the typically estimated 3% closing costs, you have an additional 2% for a total of around 5% closing costs. And this is because it is expected that the buyer will pay for the transfer taxes, city taxes and state taxes, as well as the attorney of the seller. This can always be negotiated when the market conditions allow, that you can have the sponsor pay for their own attorney or pay for the transfer taxes as well. Now, in a condo, usually, if you have a sponsor unit of unit that's or a building that's been around for a while, it just means that the unit has been rented for a bit. So you're not getting a brand new unit like you most often get with sponsor units when you see them out there. So that means that it may be being sold as is, or it may have been just renovated. This really varies from case to case. In either way, both cases in condos and co-ops, closing costs do tend to be higher, 3 to 5%, because again, the buyer is expected to have those additional fees. In both cases, closing can happen faster, and in both cases, the units may be slightly higher than usual, unless the units are in not such a great state, in the case of a condo especially. This advantage seems to be a lot greater when it comes to co-ops, because you don't have to present the evidence of the 24 post-closing liquidity, which means having 24 months of mortgage and maintenance fees saved away. You don't have to do the co-op interview. And in the case of the condo, usually post-closing liquidity is preferred to be at 12 months, and there is no interview. So you're really bypassing fewer steps in the condo as in the co-op. But either way, it's a great option if you're looking to purchase in New York and you see sponsor units. Now you know what it means. If you have any questions, feel free to call me. I am available to help. Have a good day. Bye.